Today we're going to review adding blog posts to your WordPress platform. So the blog post is a unique custom post type because it allows you to create relationships between the blog post and the practice area page or the attorney page. So for example, your blog post might come in the form of articles or news, press releases, video, media, case results. Really, the options are endless. And so all of that content, though, as it lives in your blog platform, is dynamic. And today what I'm going to show you is how we can create a relationship between that post and an attorney and or a practice area. So the first thing we're going to do is click on posts in the left-hand sidebar, and then I'm actually going to add a new post. So what I want to do first is add in the title. So let's do overview of animal bite laws in Florida. So this is the title of my blog post. I would obviously add the body text here. I'm just adding some Latin filler. And then what I'm going to want to do is select the category. So every blog post you add should have a category. If it doesn't, it's automatically going to uncategorize. The whole purpose of categories and tags is to help your user narrow down the information so that they can find exactly what they're looking for. So it takes 2 seconds, definitely add a category. Your tags are usually a more specific focus group. So we might want to say, for example, this might be pit bulls or Miami or maybe animal bites, things of that nature. You can separate your tags with a comma and then just click add. The next thing we're going to want to do is actually create that relationship with the practice area and the attorneys. If needed, this is strictly optional. You can just add the blog post as is. But I'm going to relate this blog post to the personal injury page by clicking this plus button. And the author of the blog post is John Smith, so I'm going to create the relationship with John Smith as well. The excerpt of your blog post is a summary. I have an example here for PaperStreet. If you choose the excerpt, you can determine what you want to show in this section here on your blog landing. So it's really that little snippet that you see on the blog landing page. If you don't select an excerpt, what will happen is you'll get this ... and it'll trail off at a certain character limit. So you can see that there's a few here. This one has an excerpt, this one's trailing off, this one has an excerpt. So if you want everything to look streamlined and look a certain way, I would suggest having, create a specific excerpt here. So for example, a lot of times what you can do to save time is grab the first few sentences. So I'm going to do that here just as an example. So I'm going to copy in that unique excerpt. As we scroll down the page, we come to Yoast SEO. So as we know, Yoast automatically populates the title tag. For your blog platform and your blog post titles, I find that typically that's usually pretty good. It's going to be the title of the page and then usually the firm name. So of course you can edit this by clicking edit snippet and adding in a unique title tag and unique meta description here if you choose to do so. I'm going to go back up to the very top of the page and we're going to click publish. And that's how you create a new blog post with all of those relationships, categories, and tags. You can go in and edit your categories and tags further, and many clients find this very helpful in the testing link phase or right after launch when they want to go in and recategorize a lot of the copy that we pulled over from their existing blog platform. So if you click on categories under posts, it brings you to a view that allows you to edit your categories as needed. So in a quick edit here, we can rename very quickly all the criminal law blog posts to something entirely different. If you want to take out all of the practice areas and just label them articles, you can manipulate the titles in this way. You can delete this category so that everything in criminal law will just then go to uncategorized. You can add a category using this form on the left-hand side. And you can do the same for tags. You can edit your tags in the same view, and then you can add new additional tags. So all of this is a great way to organize your blog platform. It's often a really big feat. Many firms have hundreds, even thousands of blog posts. So it is usually a project that's best done over time after launch. We consider it oftentimes kind of phase 2 of your website development.